So welcome again to Code with Akya. In this one, we'll be discussing about the most repeated number in array. So what we're gonna do in this project is basically do a very simple basic algorithm in which we'll be creating an array and then finding a number or finding an element that is repeated most amount of time. All right, so basically this is like a numeric function, basically it's like a numeric use algorithm, which is only used for the numeric elements. You cannot use this same thing for the strings. You can use it for like just for numeric stuff. That's it. You cannot use it for strings. So what exactly is this? And let's just see the theoretical stuffs before we move into the practicals. So let's just see. So it's pretty damn straight. You just have to create an array which will have multiple elements. So as you can see on the screen, we have like 6 elements in this array, and there are 1 which is repeated 2 times, and then there is 2 which is repeated 3 times, and then there is 3 which is repeated only 1 time. So the output will be 2 because it's repeated most amount of time, and that's what we want, right? That's what we want as our output. The element which is repeated the most amount of time, like the majority of time, which is repeated. That's what we want. So for this, we'll be creating a function as always, as we do, and write the logic of the algorithm. So let's just do that real quick. All right, so we're on our coding screen. So let's just do that. So first, as always, we'll be creating a function. The function will be named as majority, and then underscore, we'll use the underscore. Okay, let's just say find majority or something like that. That would sound at least good enough. Find majority element. You can write something like find repeated element or find like most element or something like that, but I just simply said find majority element. I don't know why. Then just simply say nums, and then what we're going to do is create candidate. So candidate is basically the element which we'll be going to pick up from every single from array. Like we are going to pick one first as a candidate, and then we'll check is it repeated, how many times it is repeated. Okay, this many times. Then we'll be taking 2 and then check how many times. 3 times. Okay, then 3 and check, and then we'll see what is repeated the most amount of time, and that will be our output, right? So that's how it works. So the count is equal to 0 initially. Then first what we'll do is find the candidate, and then second what we'll do is verify the candidate. So let's just do that real quick. Finding the candidate. Okay, let's say for num in if count is equal to 0, then what we'll do basically is candidate equals to num, and then plus equals to 1 if num. Okay, then that goes something like equals to count candidate is -1. Okay, I think it's okay. Perfect. All right. So if candidate plus equals to if num equals candidate, and then we'll do simple thing like -0 if num in nums or num in nums. Then what we'll do if num is equal to candidate, then what we'll do is basically count and we'll just simply do the increment stuff. All right, so it's going pretty dope, it's going pretty perfect. So the prerequisites, as I always said, is the simple basic understanding of Python. If you don't really actually have this, then it's hard to understand this. If you don't really have the absolute basic information about Python, like the basic, really basic, if else, for loops, while loops, and stuff like that. So if count is greater than the length of nums, then return this. All right, return candidate. That's it. Perfect. Then what we'll do is else, and inside the else part what we'll do is just return the none. That's it. If we found the element, then we'll return the candidate. If we don't find the element, we'll return none. That's it, simple as that. Now what we'll do is just create an array, and the array will be named as something like nums or something. All right, let's just create some elements inside of it. Okay, let's say major. Mhm. All right, so majority element will have the, like, this is the variable in which we are going to store our function with the argument, and then we'll print it simply. Then print the majority element. That's it. Once we do that, the output shall be 2, because as you can see, 2 is repeated the most amount of time. So let's just do that real quick and see how does that work out to be. So let's just say Python 04 and 2. Okay, boom. Perfectly done. Nailed it. So see you in the next one. If you want code, then you can go on to the description. There is a link to my GitHub. You can find it there. See you in the next one.